Hey there guys, welcome back to SnowRunner. I'm MJ Haggis. We're still in the grad, but I brought it back to the garage from the end of the last episode. It's been slightly reconfigured because I've added in a crane, and I'm also about to attach to this fuel trailer that I've left lying here, and I'm going to drag it down to where I've dumped the trailer. So on that note, I'll show you the map. So obviously back in the garage, I'm going to drag it back down through my little shortcut through these trees, pick up the trailer that we're using in the last episode, because it's going to do a good job, I think. Drop off the fuel trailer, because it's probably more handy to have it on the road than having it always to come back up to the garage to pick up some fuel. Now, I made a bit of a, not a mistake, but I forgot Block Alpha has a second part to it. That's what we have to do next, not Block Beta or Gamma. The second part, as you can see, has quite a few two items of each, but metal beams is a 2 slot, medium pipes is a 2 slot, and the blocks and the planks are just single slots, so it's a lot of moving about of big stuff as well. So my logistical plan, which was probably not perfect, but I think it's not too bad, is I'll go down, pick up the off-road semi-trailer, down to this warehouse here. We're going to pick up just the, I know it says 2 metal beams, but we're only going to pick up 1. I'm going to pick up 2 small pipes. Yeah, I know it says medium pipes, but we're going to pick up the small ones. The reasons are, we need to do crafting. So, the small pipes is coming up here to craft the medium pipes, because we've already got the metal rolls, so that should help us there. We're not crafting metal beams either. We need 2. We've got 1 in the trailer already. The next plan, well, the metal beams that we are going to pick up for the second ones are way over here that I dumped at the plant. They're just sitting there. So that's the 2 of them. So that's cool. But also, while we're up here, if possible, I can get the concrete blocks onto the trailer somehow. And that's another reason for having the crane on the Voron, onto the grad. We might have to do some double stacking. So anyway, right, that's the gist of it. The wooden planks is nice and easy. They'll be done last with the metal beams over here, because we need to pop down to the sawmill, which we have plenty of wooden planks. So I'll pick them up, pick up the metal beams, and then it's just back to Block Alpha. That's not a bad plan, eh? Whether it works out that smoothly is another matter altogether. So, we are connected to that trailer. Let's get moving. Still suitably impressed by the Voron Grad's capabilities without having its all-wheel drive and diff lock on. Let's put it on while we can, just to get moving as much as possible though. Now it's down here. Whoa, oh, diff lock on. Oh, I never even see, that's what I always forget. When it's an optional thing, it's not so bad. Should say, when it's a permanent fitting, you don't need to worry about it, but when it's optional, you've got to keep on thinking about it. I'm going to cut down here, I think. Yeah, I think this is the right place. To the left of this fir tree, if possible. Oh, they want to get down to that road there. Oh, interesting. The Voron doesn't have a winch point at the back there. That's a shame. I wonder if I can go to the left of that tree then. that's easier. But there's an interesting one, because this is the route I brought the Voron up to the garage after dropping off that trailer, and the tracks are still there from the last episode, and obviously I've switched the game off since then, so I'm wondering then, clearly that doesn't reset the tracks. That's going to rip that out of the ground. That's the one I was after. You off that tree yet? Yeah. That's a heavy trailer. It's got double the capacity of the vanilla one, which is, I think, much more realistic. We need to park him somewhere suitable. Maybe just stick him up at the top of this, under the bridge. Oh. Didn't realise it was that close to the telegraph pole. Go on, heave. There we go. Is that fairly level? Yeah, I would say so. Okay, drop that off. Let's get turned and reattached. Yeah, the Voron's not got the best turning circle. Cut down here, I think, to get through. Nice. Okay. And still, as you can see, loads of room from the trailer to the crane, so that's spot on. Diff lock and all-wheel drive definitely off now. Bulldoze my way through that. Oh, it's going to end up with damage. No, good. I don't think I've used this crane that much. I'm not sure how strong it is. We might have to detach the trailer if we're doing double stacking and park the Voron next to the trailer. I've kind of been a bit spoilt by the capabilities of the Kikimor and its the KRS crane, which is longer and stronger. That's a better route to take. I am curious to see what this Voron Grad would be like with the mud tyres on, but we'll get around to that at some point, I hope. And we go there. So we want 2 small pipes and 1 metal beams. Okay, I'll put the metal beams in first. One there. And then we need to put one onto the loading platform. Might be able to get them on top of the metal beams. We'll give it a go. This will be a good test. Anchors out and crane mode. Oh, lifted there. That's quite good. A little bit. That's pretty decent crane, I'll give it that. Stop swinging, there we go. And that'll do nicely. Now the only issues now is I used to always lay the crane down on top to keep it in place, but because this is on a trailer and not on the Kikimor, which is obviously rigid, it's going to make it slightly more interesting if I do a turn. Will it rip them off the back of the trailer? We are about to find out. No, that's good. That might actually work. Excellent. So, off up to the northeast corner. Oh yeah, it doesn't like it when I'm going over the top of that brow of the hill. It lifts them up a little bit, but whoops. God, this thing is fast when it's in automatic. Again, I'm not bothered about any minor damage like off boulders and stuff, just because at the end of this we're so close to that repair centre opposite Block Alpha, so it's not a problem, and it's highly likely the Voron will be going back towards the garage again. No problems there whatsoever. Go on. Whoa. Again, it feels a bit light on the steering. I thought with the crane being on it, it does feel better, I have to admit. It does feel better, because I think the crane adds some weight to the front axle. And I'm actually going to nick some fuel out of this already. With 4,000 litres in it, we can afford it, and it's so close to the garage to replace it, it's no problem. There we go. And to save a bit of time, guys, I am going to do a wee edit here. This is just a drive up the road. You've seen it a few times now. The small pipes are kind of behaving themselves. So I'll see you at the crafting zone. I will be right back. Okay guys, that's me there. No problems at all there, I'm pleased to say. I might need to think about how I'm going to get these pipes in. Storehouse, we will drop off one small pipes. Close that, we'll see if we can pack them. That would be really good. Oh, I did as well. Happy with that. So now we can drop off the other one. We can now craft. We have the metal rolls, as you can see, and two small pipes. So that's cool. 1 and 2. Now we need to pick up medium pipes. So 1 and 2. Might need to get a bit closer to that loading bay to get them on. They might be quite heavy. Right, that's about as close as I'm getting. Let's put the anchors out for these guys. Whoa, yep, they're pretty heavy. Up we go. Go on. Go on. A little bit higher. Yes. They feel almost as heavy as the metal beams, and they're pretty heavy. Okay, it's not perfect. I think that should do it. Well, let's kind of put the crane out to the side. Well, out to this part of it. Just enough to stop them bouncing off. Significantly higher. Anyway, so now we need to go next door and pick up the two concrete blocks. One will obviously pack in the back, which is going to be fine, and then the next ones I'm going to have to detach and put them on top behind the medium pipes. Yes, looking dodgy. Where can I get turned easy here? Get all the way around? I probably won't. Maybe I will. Sorry, Cone. Good job. I did not expect it to make it in one turn. I need to leave enough room for me to get to the loading bay. Oop, that was a handbrake stop there. Let's move a little bit further forwards. So we need concrete blocks, one of those please to the trailer and one to the loading platform. Nice. Okay, now we need to detach. Cool. That should reach fine there. Crane mode. I should have put the anchors out, but these don't seem nearly as heavy. Just slightly adjust them. Right up against the pipes, and that should be fine. Perfect. Whether they stay there or not is anybody's guess. Let's back up again. So I'll put the crane back down on top of the medium pipes. Crane mode and down. I do wish it wouldn't reset the camera when you go into the crane mode, but that'll do. Yeah, health and safety at its best. Let's just hope they don't spot us. Gonna have to try and keep these as level as possible, because I think the concrete blocks, if anything's going to try and make a bid for freedom, it'll be them. Oh, okay, let's pretend we're not seeing the trailer catching that. Okay, not the recommended way to leave the warehouse. Especially when you catch on things. I'll let go of that one. I don't know why you selected that. Justina. Whoop. Oh, come on. Give it up. You're not even... I can see a gap between yous. This is going well. Let's try a tree up here. Really? What is you... You can't possibly be catching on it still. Well, this is going to turn into disaster. If that falls off, I'm not going to be best pleased. Oh, we're clear. I was getting nervous there, I have to admit. Those stupid hitboxes on telegraph poles aren't exactly precise. Okay, I think I'll do another wee edit, guys, just to try and get as much of this done in this episode. Anything happens, you know the story, I will bring you back for it. But all's going well, I will see you up at Block Alpha. I may even pick up a little bit of fuel en route if I can, maybe from the scout fuel trailer. But yeah, I'll see you up at the drop-off point. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. I might have actually done a wee time-lapse thing just to speed it up a bit, so you get to see me actually drive it. We'll see. I've got to try and squeeze through this gateway. I'm going to go for this side, I think, since it was struggling just to turn around. No, that's not going to work. Surprisingly, a lot of the stuff in the back that's not act did really well. If it's a time-lapse thing, you'll probably see it bounce about, but it didn't actually make any attempts to escape. Which I'm very pleased about. Okay, what can we get out of here? 1 metal beams. Bye-bye. Pipes gone, and concrete blocks. Cool. And now let's repack the next lot. And another medium pipes and another blocks. That's the way to do it. So 1 metal beams and 2 planks. Dead easy. I've said that before, I think. And it's come back to bite me. Right, get the crane back. There. So we're heading down. As you saw at the beginning, I'm gonna fire straight down to pick up the 2 planks. Then I'll pick up the metal beams en route. I think would be the easiest of the 2 options. And then we've got, what's here? Another fuel one and an off-road sideboard. Okay. I'll just go straight back. We're doing time. I think it's getting night time as well. Right, this guy's going to have a snooze and then head off early doors down to pick up the wooden planks. So I'll bring you back at the sawmill and we'll do the return journey together. I'll just, in fact, do you know what? I'm just going to park him here, and then in the morning he's going to go and get repaired next door. That's what he'll do. So engine off, and I'll see you in the morning, guys. Welcome back, guys. Okay, good morning. Made it here, no problem. Again, I might have done a wee time-lapse speedy up thing to get here. I repaired the truck and hit the log part just before the bridge that we repaired ages ago and took some serious damage to the engine. And this has got a different bumper on the front, and I thought took a massive whack. However, I'm not concerned. We are going back to where we can get it fit, so it's no biggie. Let's get this thing turned badly. Ugh. Will we get out there? No, not really. Last go. 7-point turn. Okay, that'll do. Oh no, I do want that one. 2 planks, please. Thank you very much. Let's get on our way. A typical muddy sawmill. The amount of logs they've got here, they could do a nice little log like bed area there. Yeah, it's quite the logistical challenge, and Yuri, you had mentioned in the comments about it being a good logistical challenge, and it is. And I've still got block, beta and gamma still to go. Fun and games. But so far, where I had dumped things like the metal beams that we're just going to go and pick up, I think it's worked out quite well for Block Alpha. This might be the easier of the 3. We will find out, obviously. But I think it's gone quite smoothly. Touch wood. Try and avoid some of the trees that are lying in here, because they can bring you to a grinding halt if you hit them on the end of them. Come on, get some traction. No, second gear is all you're going to manage. have to get this thing turned in there as well. What I might do then is I'm going to park the trailer up here in the snow, and I'm just going to use the crane and bring the metal beams out. That'll just make my life a little bit easier. Make it round, probably not. Still got that ramped trailer sitting there that I've just abandoned. I need to get that returned at some point. Enemy crane mode, please. Oh, cameras in the building. Get out. Sorry. Still in a building. Let's just spin them round so we can get out through the gate, okay? Should be fine. Yeehaw. Just plonk them in there. A little bit higher. Keep going. Oh, there we go. Oh, not quite in. That'll do. Sweet. Right, restore the crane. Let's go and get this connected and packaged back up. I think that's close to the connecting. Yes, it is. And oh, pack him up. So unpack, unpack. That suspension sunk quite a bit when they packed up. Final journey just up the hill. Yeah, that hill up ahead, I was coming down that in automatic, so I was going quite fast. I tried to slow down before hitting these logs here, and as it hit that first log, whoa, what a thump it gave it. I'm glad it didn't destroy the engine. That would have been a complete disaster. Going the other entrance. I think you could probably fight your way through there, I'm not sure. It looks like it's all boarded up, but you can push them over. I did it with the Land Rover. Maybe too big, well, too tight for a lorry or a truck. Okay, out wide. But we'll make it in just. Crates are getting it. There we go. Oh yeah, guys, that was excellent. Bye-bye metal beams, planks, and are we going to get a cutscene? Yeah. What's getting built this time? The pipes are getting fitted to the building. Yeah, nice. Okay. Fuel processing plant constructed. Block Alpha. Block Alpha is completed. Great. Now we can move on to Beta. 25,900. Now that was a good payout. And 3,610 XP. Awesome. Just going to reverse back out again. And again, I'm going to have to figure out what the next task will be, if it is going to be beta. Engine off there. I'll probably nip over to the other side again, just behind there, and get repaired. Nick some fuel out of the fuel, scout fuel carrier here. It's still got 58%, which is probably going to be just over 500 litres left. Forget that personal favour one, we're not doing that, I don't believe. So that's beta. Oh, look at that. That's a lot of stuff. I'll have to do some thinking of how I'm going to logistically cobble that together. It's all in this map, I think. Large pipes, and again, more medium pipes and small pipes. So it's going to be a lot of visits down here and doing some crafting back up at the plant. So that's fine. That'll be a bit interesting again. Guys, I'm glad to have got Block Alpha out of the way. It set me up for the next one. Please come back, join me for that. That would be greatly appreciated. And you'll see me again very soon. Bye for now.